Let me smoke some.
Yeah, why not? Go ahead.
See, you think I'm hurting myself, and you're damn right, I am. So let's throw this away. Now you are hurting yourself if you're not doing cash on delivery in untapped markets. Initially, we thought we'll just talk about all the markets, you know? There's a lot of markets that need cash on delivery. But you know what, I'm Indian. I need to stay true to my brown self. So let's talk about India, right? Let's be a little awake. Are we awake?
Yes.
Are we awake? Yes. All right. A little bit about myself. My name is Prateek. Some of you might know me, maybe a couple. I've been coming to these for a few years now, ever since I hit puberty. And I mostly did affiliate stuff, black hat, super black hat, and it was amazing, you know. If you guys do any Nutra, any muscle skin on Facebook, it was amazing. But then Mark decided that he's gonna hit us with the ban hammer again and again and again. I was like, you know what? Let me try to diversify. Let me try to do something new. So, drop shipping, like everybody else. That started, and we did pretty well, or I did pretty well. Home was not there. I did this with an Australian partner of mine. It was my first dropshipping store, and it clocked around 4 million in revenue, and it was amazing. After that, I opened up one more store. It was called Daily Fast Deals. You can go check it out. Not Shopify, because I got a little bored. I get bored a little easily. So this store again clocked around 5 million. Everything was very good. Everything was hunky-dory. And then we started getting banned again on our white hat. And everybody started doing drop shipping. My family wants to do drop shipping. So I was like, you know what? If your family starts talking about doing drop shipping, it's time to move out. And this is when I also realized that when I was analyzing my data, a lot of sales were coming from guess where? From India. And actually, I'll correct myself, not a lot of sales, because we don't like to buy online, right? It was a lot of initiated checkouts with no sales. And I'm like, what is going on with my people? Come on, buy my stuff. And I figured that as a country, we don't use online payment methods as much. And it's a very cash-driven economy. And I was like, damn, but you know what, I live in Europe. I love India, but I don't want to live there for obvious reasons. And I wanted to find an Indian partner who could take care of my cash and delivery Indian business, because try going to Indian customs and getting your stuff through, they'll try to ask you for a bribe, a number that you've never heard. So that's when I met Om, and Om will tell you what happened.
What's up, guys? So my name is Thoke. I started as a blogger way back in 2006. So some of you might know me as a blogger. Any bloggers in the house? Give me a cheer. Content creators? Okay, nice. So is it all e-commerce? All the affiliate guys, give me a cheer. That's it. So,
That's good.
okay, so what do rest of you do? Okay, all e-commerce, give me a cheer. I still don't have all this hands up, right? Is there something else that you guys do apart from affiliate, blogging, e-commerce, black hat? Okay, cool. So I run some affiliate campaigns for networks before I started doing COD, right? So when I joined hands with Prateek, you know, this looks pretty cool, right? $700,000. You must be guessing that we made a lot of money with this, right? Hell no, boy, I was wrong. Can you even guess? We made like 100K loss. Can you imagine? Because COD is a bitch, you know. But we kept going because we thought that there was amazing potential in the market. We're talking about 1.4 billion people, right? It's a big market. We kept going because we saw the likes of Flipkart and other companies doing pretty well in the market, and we thought this is not it. We can make this work.
Yeah, we all know Amazon, of course, but trust me, this company Flipkart, it was amazing. It was started by somebody that I know a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy who knows this guy. And man, boy, it started as a very small e-com startup and was sold to Walmart for 16 billion. I don't even know how many zeros there are in 16 billion, but that's a lot of money, I'm sure. And we had two choices. One, we had the real store running. It was super unprofitable because of all the fuck-ups we did. We got it more profitable, but we also have other businesses. And I thought, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna just do black hat and make the cash I can today. But a little birdie told me that, you know, I should keep on doing this. And I did. And now here we are. So this is the agenda for me today. After this workshop, you guys should be ready to launch your own Indian cash on delivery e-commerce store.
Right.
And if you feel a little excited about it, and if you want to do it, give me a cheer again. Come on. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to cover. Understanding how the Indian e-com works. Because it is e-com at the end of the day, right? No, it's not. Because the country is absolutely crazy. You have 28 states, a billion languages, and a trillion people. So it's very nuanced. So we'll get into how to cater e-com towards the Indian market.
Right. Next, we would also be seeing how easy it is to convert a global store into an Indian store with cash on delivery. This morning, I just took a Grab ride to this place, and I was talking to two gentlemen, and they were asking, how the hell do you enable COD? I'm like, you know what? It's a default Shopify feature. Not everyone knows. It's funny. And on the other side, as Indians, I'm sure there are a lot of Indians here. They struggle to get a Stripe, to get a PayPal, and then the first thing that they start with is COD, right? It can be funny at times. So not just that, also how to test products, how different it is from doing a global store, and also scaling.
Yeah, so now testing products in India, how the hell do you do that? So I have a good news and a bad news for you. The good news is it's very similar to what you do if you're already doing e-commerce. And the bad news is it's not similar at all. So confusing, right? I'll explain. If you want to launch a product in India, it's an English-speaking market. If you have a successful product, you go port it over to India. It is comparatively easier to make it profitable, or at least to find out if it's going to be profitable. Now, the bad news is that it's not drop shipping. So you have to depend on your delivery rates and delivery ratios, and boy, that's such a hassle, which we'll get to later. So we'll show you how to test products in India profitably and then scale them so that your delivery ratio is okay and you don't lose your ass, like my friend right here, Alex, right? All right.
Right.
Oh,
Cool. So, that's
okay, sorry, it was me. Now, who's a Queen fan? Any Queen fans in here? Come on, guys, nobody likes Queen? That's crazy. Okay, so this is a small story about how Om and I actually became familiar. We met at some random conference in Barcelona, but I met him at a karaoke, and we both knew the lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody exactly right, and we both sang them together. I was like, man, if somebody likes Queen and can sing Bohemian Rhapsody with me, I probably should be partners with them. I want to talk about the Indian market size without much talking about what it is and how it is. I'm just going to say it's bloody massive.
That's what she said. All right.
Yeah, that's what
So,
she said.
well, so it's again, like Pratik said, it's good and bad about the Indian market. COD can be interesting, it could be complicated, but here's some good stuff for you. So how many of you are running any campaigns with 10x ROAS? Anybody here? Oh, nice. Are you running COD, sir? You are, great. Any dropshippers who have seen anything more than like 5x ROAS? Give me a cheer. No, right?
There's one there.
Yeah. Oh, there's one. Okay, great. So here's the thing about Indian market. We have seen like CPPs as low as 80 cents. And I'm talking about a $30 product, not a $10 product, right? And the market size is so big that you never have the question of audience burnout, right? There are 400 million buyers who are hungry to take your product, okay? Then also the fact that everybody is doing dropshipping here, right? But there are very few players in the Indian market who are doing probably like 1,000 orders a day. And when you get to 1,000 orders a day, we are talking about $1 million a month. So we'll get to that pretty soon. Also, there are issues that are going to come in dropshipping because all of you know e-packet shipping will be stopped pretty soon globally, right? So,
all right, all the white people in the crowd, give me a cheer. Where's the white people, man? I want some white people to talk. Okay, or all the non-Indians, I must say. So, here's some fun facts about the Indian market that are, as Alex would tell you, not as much fun if you mess with them. The market is COD. I mean, nobody really wants to pull out the credit card. The first reason they don't have a credit card. Yeah, surprising, but they're
not even kidding.
We are still not a very rich country. And it's just the mindset. It's a very cash-driven economy. Nobody really wants to trust anybody who's selling online. And if I was an Indian living somewhere in a village near Bangalore, I would not pull out my credit card either, even if I had one.
Not to mention the scammy stores out there,
yes.
right?
Now the second thing. Let's talk about numbers in India. My love with India, even though I don't live there, but it's numbers. We are 1.3 billion. We breed like crazy, and even if it's a poor country, there's still a big rich and middle class. So it is estimated at around 40%, right? 40% rich and middle class. Now, conservatively, that's 400 million people who are ready to buy your products at this given point in time. Now, you guys run affiliate campaigns in a country like Germany, I'm sure, because it's a big European country. I run campaigns in Germany. Now, Germany is 80 million people. This is a market size 5 times of the biggest European country. So just let that sink in. Also, it grows. Every year, there are people who are being pulled out of poverty. It's the last major market that's growing out of poverty and still speaks English. I mean, China is one more, but they still have ways to go when it comes to speaking English. So imagine 10% of 400 million people getting added to your customer base every single year. That's like Canada every year. So the strength of India lies in its numbers. I always say that. Also, if you look at the slide, the CPPs are so low, $2 to $3. If you pull out your calculator or ask Aunt Google, you'll see that 198 rupees is somewhere around $2.50. If you can get a sale or a lead in $2.50, there is no way you won't be making money. If you don't pump the deliveries up, of course. But if keeping everything else constant, at this CPA, you will make money. Right, Alex?
Right.
Okay. And of course, if you do that, your ROS will go up to 10x. I've personally sold things at 50 cents and my ROS was way above 30, but I'm being conservative, don't hold me against it. The point is, it's very, very cheap.
Right. So, one of the biggest challenges is importing stuff from China. We did try a lot of things. Initially we were drop shipping from China. We tried that. We tried storing in-house. At times we started doing aggressively, and we had like dead inventory in our warehouse, which is still lying. right? At times we bought less. We bought just 500 units. We ran out of it in like no time. In just 3 days, we ran out of the inventory. Again, you have to wait for like a couple of weeks for the inventory to arrive back in India. It's a hassle. So we'll look at that in the further slides, because it's like a catch-22. If you order more, you have the problem of having a dead stock. If you order less, you will run out of stock very soon, right? So that's one. And then number two, if you're not an Indian and if you don't know anybody inside India, go deal with the customs. Good luck to you. You know, I mean, he had how many bags?
I live, as I said, I don't live in India, so I was doing drop shipping really well. Like, you know what? Let's try some India. And I got somewhere around 1,000 backpacks. That was the big product back then. Transferred to India, hoping to sell all of them in a day. They're still stuck at customs. I still don't have them, so it's been 3 years. So yes, it is a bitch.
Right. All right. So also the major decisive factor is the delivery, right? So if you just sell like drop shipping, it doesn't work that way in India, unfortunately. So you need to have people actually calling them. Like, thank you for placing your order. Did you actually order? We have to sometimes ask, was your kid playing? Or we had a product which was related to relationships, all right? And half of them, can you even guess what they said? Oh, I just had a breakup by the time you delivered the product. So fuck, I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, it's not the first time, and I'm sorry, an Indian person is talking about a call center. So, but I promise you, we don't call people saying we are Microsoft support. It is an actual call center, and we verify your orders. We at least try to, that's what we tell people. But he's right, you need to verify these orders before you send them out, because, I mean, have you ever watched a Bollywood movie? Raise your hand if you watched a Bollywood movie in your life. How chaotic it is, you know, we're running on the ground and we get shot and then we sing a song in between and then we fall down, all of it in 5 minutes, right? So, we are very changeable. Indian people are very changeable. There's no way you can drop ship anything from China or deliver something in more than 10 days and have a successful delivery ratio of even 30%. Just forget about it. So we do that for you. We have a call centers, people trained to do exactly this and get the delivery ratios that you want to make things profitable for you.
Right.
Now there's packaging and cash collection. Now we all know how the products look like in terms of packaging when they come from China. Really attractive. And just don't ask me. Like, we've had people chase us, try to kill us because they ordered something else and they got something totally different. So we get the products in and then we package them properly. Maybe an extra 10 cents, 20 cents, but it impacts your delivery ratio so much that I think it easily adds a few percentage to your backlog. Very easily. And these are the nuances. These are the small things that we don't do as a fleet because we're lazy, right? We'll do that for you. If you are, I mean, it's good being lazy. So we'll do that for you.
Right.
Now, analysis, Om will tell because he's an analytical guy.
Right. So like Pratik mentioned, you know, we saw in the beginning that we were just shipping out all the packages without any custom labels or anything attractive, and deliveries were terrible. They were like 35%, and okay, maybe the product is not right. And it just happened that, you know, I came across a nice package. I said, oh, I want this one, my product. And we started putting it out in nice pouches. We shipped out. We had like 56% delivery. And I'm like, oh wow, this is cool. We should do this, right? Also, in terms of scaling, we have had this issue that, you know, whenever we were not analyzing data, it was very dangerous. Seriously, very dangerous. You can, you know, you could be making profits up to a point and then it goes down, right? So that's the biggest challenge in Indian market.
Oh, Freddie Mercury again. I kind of like it. All right, here's the main pitch, guys. Let's do this. This is how we can help. I want to empower white people, okay, sorry, not Indians, to sell inside India because you guys don't know how massive the market is. Or maybe you do, but you don't have an in, and I understand that. It is the last major market. So this is what I'm going to do. All the global media buyers can have a store in India in one day and start selling the next day. If I can do this successfully, I will consider my job to be done. And we don't want 1,000 people. We don't want 1,000,000 people. My motive, my motto, or my mission, as it's written there, is to empower 100 people in the next year to be selling at least $1 million in revenue a year, preferably a month. And we'll show you later that it is not that difficult if you have the numbers right. Now, this is free consulting help. I mean, I don't really relate to consulting or anything, but the point is we've had a lot of learning. I've spent more than $1 million of my personal funds to get through this entire hassle and create this system, and it broke. The system was never perfect.
Many
It
times.
still is in the growing stage, but it's very strong. But when we started, we were really losing our ass, and we have done the learning for you guys, so that you don't have to come in and lose your money, or Alex doesn't have to come in and lose his money like he did before. So, sorry Alex, I have to mention you all the time, but you're the guinea pig. You're my lab rat for tonight. So, yeah, so we will give you free consulting, all of free learning, so that you can make money yesterday. Now, what does that mean? It means that you do what you're good at. You run the ads, you get the ROAs on Facebook, and we will take care of the rest just by ourselves, if all goes well.
Isn't that cool? Alright, so that's what we were talking about. Converting a global store into an Indian e-com store is easy peasy. All you have to do is change the settings in currency from whatever it was, default dollar, to Indian rupees, INR. There is that COD option available in payment methods. You can just go and enable that. Make sure when you port over your winning product to India, add some Indian faces to the testimonials. Use some Indian names like Ram, Shyam, Sita, Gita, whatever, right? And let it not be just like an Indian store. A lot of people get this wrong. Do you think Indians want to buy Indian stuff? Hell no. They want to buy products from France, Germany, Spain, America, Brazil, right? So people come to me and ask, oh, what should I do to convert my global store to India? Should I get an Indian name, Indian domain name? Should I make it look Indian? No, don't do that. Because we love stuff from outside, right? Everybody wants imported stuff. So put a COD option and you're ready to go. That's it. It's that simple, right guys? So
Yes.
who's trying to do that tonight? Give me a high. Nice.
That's all. No, listen. Also, please, for the love of God, do not drop ship your products from China to India. I know people have been doing it. Why the fuck would you do that? Why are you drop shipping products from China to India? It takes 14 days. Do you think anyone's going to pay you on cash on delivery in 14 days? It's insane. So, yeah, I forgot about it, but I was like, damn, I need to tell you this. Do not drop ship your products from China. You can test it. You can test your product on this model. Get the products to the warehouse, sell them, run home with your money, man. Please don't give it to me. Yes. Now we have a Q&A right in time. Let's go.
All right. Any quick questions before we go to the scaling?
Yeah,
phase
this one.
first?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yes. Right. So we are partnered with the top courier companies, which is Ecom Express, Blue Dart, and Delivery in India. They're the ones who are authorized to collect cash. I cannot send my delivery boys out there because you need licenses to do that. So we have contracts with them. They collect cash every week, and then every Wednesday of the week they send us remittance, and then we pay you next day. So it's like a weekly cycle.
Just to add to that, delivery boys in India are absolute champions, man. Seriously. They will... Okay, this is how it goes. Let's say you have 100 orders, 30 get delivered without a hassle the first time. The other 30, the delivery boy is like, you know what, I went there, nobody was there. Absolute fucking crap. Okay? So, we have systems in place to check that it is probably impossible for you. the system is very complicated, but as I said, we have put in the time and effort to optimize it. Yes, please.
What's your most centered average Google rate?
It varies on the product. Product to product, the best that we have seen is about 72%. The worst we have seen is about 32%.
Okay.
No, did you mean in terms of deliveries or in terms of confirmation?
In terms of confirmation.
Oh, the confirmation is pretty good. The worst we have seen is about 75%. The best we have seen is about 93%.
That's pretty good compared to European COD.
Oh yeah.
It's like 50% the average.
Yes, yes. I mean, we do generally see an average without promising anything because it depends on the product, but we see 85% pretty consistent. All right, anything else, guys?
Actually, you are talking about having your own website, yes, but generally cash on delivery offers.
Yes.
Like you get pre-landed and you're on the offer. So we can get the same success rate with the network offers and like the hosting the pre-landing pages and just run it. Like, is it also possible to get success in the same way?
Yeah, it is possible. And as a matter of fact, we are joining forces with DFO. I mean, it's almost done. So you would be able to run our offers through networks like DFO and just as an affiliate. You don't have to become store owner.
One step ahead. All right, any more questions? Yes.
Experience in India.
I can't hear you. Can I come there?
Thank you. Is there a certain niche that you recommend in India, like you say, okay, this niche is booming, or is there a niche that you also don't recommend, like, okay, don't do this type of product in India?
Do you have a dropshipping store?
I do.
Do you have a product that works?
Excuse
Do
me?
you have a product that works?
Yes.
Test that, because it's not that different. We have found it's not very different from your regular dropshipping store. Of course, some products work and some don't, like any other country in the world. But from what I've realized, the viral content is as viral in India as it is in the US or anywhere else. So just test what
Well,
works.
according to this, I have another question actually, because I'm not doing Facebook ads, only Instagram influencers. That's the only way of traffic I use. Of course, I retarget on Facebook, Google, etc. But I look for Indian Instagram influencers that are fucking expensive. Like, it's not even realistic anymore. I've tried several markets, like European, American, Latin American, African, but like Indians are asking way too much.
Are you talking about influencers?
Instagram influencers.
Right.
Have you tried them before? Have you tried to work with influencers?
Very
before?
little, and we had very little success with that. So our main source of traffic is Facebook and Instagram ads, not
Well, also
shoutouts.
we
We did try though.
Yeah, it's mostly about the service. I mean, I run a lot of traffic myself. I do influencers, and yes, Indian people want all your money. That's the culture, you know. That's why the Indians and Chinese can't do business together, because Indians want all the money and Chinese want to keep all the money. So it becomes a little difficult. But I will connect you to some influencers that are cheaper. I do have some connects, so we can talk later. I'll hook you up, okay?
Also to add to that, don't run anything with sizing issues initially. Like, if your scaling product is a fashion item, then it's a problem to test initially. Otherwise, test something like apparels, iPhone covers, health items, beauty items, anything which does not have size problem. It's pretty common. Like, my wife orders from Flipkart, Amazon every day, like maybe 4 times, and then 2 of them are bound to go back, and that's because of sizing issues. So don't do that.
Yes, it's pretty much what you'll expect in the US. I mean, a shoe is a shoe in the US and in India. So,
Right.
I mean, this is our personal experience with our data. It is not that different in terms of the products. It's a little different in terms of how the delivery works, how the system works after you get the sale. So yeah.
Right. I think
We are a little short on time. Any other question?
We will just take one last, and then we will have one more Q&A at the end. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Being a white guy, as you mentioned before, I'm from Australia, and I'm finding it's incredibly difficult to actually open up a Flipkart or Amazon account in India.
Right.
Do you guys facilitate the opening of those accounts, or do you recommend just going Shopify and direct to customer, the service that you offer?
For sure.
Usually Shopify.
For sure. I mean,
That's the way.
I don't even want to begin to tell you how Amazon works in India, right? Like, first I need to know the entire picture myself, which I don't, but it's complicated. The easiest in is to get your store and then just start rolling the ads.
And cash on delivery is the way to go.
Alright, let's move on. We have a part 2. Oh my god, we have no time. Alright, it's about the ads themselves, the scaling part of it. Right now, you know that an Indian store could be open, and you know that you can port over your products and open an Indian store. Now what to do after? Buying inventory, home will take care of that.
Right. So, as much as it looks difficult, it is not. It's about maintaining pace, guys. So initially what we say is try to generate 100 leads on Shopify, right? Out of 100 leads, our call center would be able to get confirmation for anywhere around 50 to 70 on first or second day, so that it can be shipped out. And then we keep calling them so that it goes over and over again. Of course, I'm not just talking about our service. You could use any call center which is well versed with the Indian market. You could use their service and try to do this. So in order to deliver 100 orders a day, you would be needing about 180 to 200 leads per day on Shopify. So that should be your minimum pace usually. But again, it's a problem. It's a catch-22. Now, if we have had clients who were doing like, I don't know, first day he launched the campaign, he goes boom, he has got 108 sales. Okay. And he had ordered just 300 units of inventory. So he ran out of inventory in just 3 days. And then he had to wait for like 15 days. Then the China is shut down. Sometimes there's Indian holiday. It's a crazy system, right? So you need to plan enough inventory, but not too much, so that you don't end up with dead stocks, right? So to get a sign of what is working well, like this gentleman asked this, what is the confirmation ratio? Typically, the sweet spot is about 85%. But if you have a product which has got like more than 90% confirmation, it's a clear sign, guys, right? That people are loving the product. So you can scale faster. So look for that. Also, do not hope to make a lot of money in phase 1. This is the testing phase, right? So even if you're like profitable by 5%, 10%, it's good. But I would say even break-even is not bad, because you are setting the stage for scaling where you would be making money. So during testing, you could be testing anything, but the money part lies in the phase 2, which we would be doing next.
Okay, media buying, the good stuff. Now, what I want, this is not right. What I want you guys to do when you launch your store and you're testing products is just to go through a lot of winners, because we're not trying to scale here, as Om said, we're trying to figure out what the right products are for you to scale in phase 2. So what I do typically is I run 3 tests, one all India minus the excluded states. These are the states that are a little more difficult to reach, so the delivery ratios are not that good. And only big cities, because metros are of course easier to reach, and the confirmation rates, people are a bit more educated, they have credit cards, so you'll have more online payments. So run these three tests and then try to figure out rest in phase 2. Now what I do is that I just test a product on the Shopify store and see if it is profitable. If it is profitable, then I also make funnels. I don't know why people don't do that. A lot of people who are coming over from the affiliate side just want to test one thing, but trust me guys, sometimes a Shopify store works and sometimes the funnel, I have no fucking clue why and who and what, but test both and see which one works. So test your funnel in phase 2.
Right.
The intent here is to quickly get 20-30 sales in a day or two and figure out if you have good CPAs, and next day figure out if you have good confirmation. If you have them, then you are ready to scale. So don't try too much. Less is more in phase 1. Just do the basics and move on. Right. We'll provide you the targeting if you want, and just test them.
Correct.
So now we'll go to phase 2, where we scale our campaigns, and it says "Don't Stop Me Now." Some of you might know another Queen song, a favorite of mine. So I try everything. You know, some people here say that manual bidding works. Some people say automatic bidding works. Some people say you should try interest targeting. I don't know where they're getting this information. I mean, they have a personal line with Mark. But nobody knows what the fuck works, guys. Do you know what works on Facebook? Hell no. So just test everything. I test manual bidding, I duplicate my ad sales, I increase my budgets, all of it. Throw a bunch of shit against the wall and see what sticks. And just scale what sticks. Also use custom audiences, targeting, lookalikes. What I typically do is that I create my lookalikes every 300, 500, 1000, 1500 and so on and so forth, number of audiences, and I exclude the previous pockets so that I find new audience pockets. The trick here is to find the audience that you've not been reaching through your normal targeting or your lookalike audiences. So when you exclude your previous audiences, you have these new audience pockets that you can sell to. And for some reason, a lot of people don't do that. I guess if you guys don't, this works very well for me in this specific country. Now mix and match your AdSense. If you have a customer list from your store, you upload it, create a lookalike audience, and stack it. Stack it with interest, stack it with video views audiences. What it does is it mixes all these audiences and again creates these new audience pockets, which is the key. So in phase 2, it is all about finding this passive new audience that's been sitting there, that's not seen your product, and then scaling from there. So that's scaling for you. I mean, there's more to it than one slide. So when you guys launch your stores, we'll go over it in a little bit more detail.
Right. That's the killer, right? That is the difference maker. Whether you're gonna make money or you're gonna lose money. No matter what the heck you do, you might be doing 100K a month. This is what is gonna decide if you will make or lose money. Alright. So, usually we try to analyze data, right? Weekly data, but when you're doing, let's say, just 10-20 orders a day, it's kind of hard because you ship out 10, one might be going to the extreme-most tip of the country, which will take probably like 7-8 days to go there. One might be getting delivered tomorrow in a metro city like Bangalore or Delhi. A couple of them might sometimes even get lost in transit. It's funny, so you gotta also have insurance, which we do provide though. Alright. And if you analyze after 10 days, if your delivery rate is worse than 40%, it's time to shut down for sure, right? But if you keep going and you're doing about 48 to 50% delivery ratio, you can hope to make about $2 to $3 profit, but it varies largely, right? And speed is the key here. So if your product is not reaching in less than 8 or 10 days, then good luck to you, buddy. Right? And this is another thing that brings the difference here. So like I explained in the beginning, we didn't have a call center and ratio was terrible, right? We started learning ourselves. There was a lot of learning in last couple of years. There are different products. People call us like, what is this product? So we have to educate our people to tell them how it works. It's not just a fidget spinner that we sell all the time, right? It could be a patch that people don't know shit about, and then sometimes you won't even believe. Customers actually tell us, can you just, record it on WhatsApp and send it to me? I'm like, okay, we will do it for you, sir. Whatever, customer is king, right? And also during Facebook, there are a lot of comments. So they will say, I like this product, how much? So you can call those leads and convert as well into customers, right? And returns can actually destroy everything here. If you don't ship out all the products without a call center, remember guys, you will be incurring about $2 charges for all the return products, right? So let's say I'm shipping out 100 without a call center, right? So you blindly ship out 100. What is going to happen? You will have 40 coming or 60 coming back, 40 getting delivered. And you have to pay for those 60 returns also, mind you. It's not just the 40 that delivered, you have to pay for everything. Not just in India, it's true everywhere, right? So with call center, we have observed that delivery ratios have been anywhere from 48 to 64%. And it has actually helped us a lot, and that is what has given us the actual profit. Without call center, we were never ever profitable. And you can also cut down on fake orders. You won't believe it, People say, you know what? My kid was playing. and he just ordered on your site. I'm like, are you even kidding me? That's not. But it happens. It's India. It's really funny, but it does. And we have like extreme situations where we even had like 10% confirmation without a call center. I mean, 10% success without a call center, right? So here, okay, so you have seen all the stuff here, but what are we here for, guys? To make money, right? Not just to test. Are you here to just test or make some money? Money. Who wants to make money? Cool. Okay. So you will be making money only if you are at a scale of about $500 a day or more. I mean, we are talking about 6 figures. If you want to scale to like $100,000 a month, it can happen only in about 400 to 500 deliveries a day, kind of a thing. So in the last slide you will see. But here's a very simple calculation, right? Looks so cool on paper. It's not that easy, but it's quite doable. Anybody doing more than $300 in dropshipping here? Give me a 5. Anybody? No? Oh, you are. Great. So you could just port over your winning product in India and enable COD. You will see the difference. If you are doing $300 on global dropshipping, you can do a 3,000 very easily in India. It is relatively way easier. And what's your CPP like? Cost per purchase? What?
I also trying COD with you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Even Bang.
Of course, like, but did you do global?
I global also.
And what is the CPP in that?
Depends on the product.
But average typically was about 8 to 10 bucks.
No, 10 to 20.
10 to 20. There you go. $20 CPP. No, hell no. Come to India, you would have like $2 CPPs, right? So,
alright, who's seen this image before? Anybody dropshipping who's seen this image before? This is the panhammer coming close. Your page advertising is disabled. This happens all the time because we're lazy and we sell shit. Sometimes you don't. So, we also consult with you guys to create multiple ad accounts, multiple pages, run multiple stores. And this is through experience. We were doing a lot of volume to one store and we got this. This is back at zero. So, have a lot of stores, have a lot of accounts, and then scale. So if you go down on one account or a page or a Shopify store, you do not go to zero the next day. If you see the example, we scaled blindly, not $200,000, and then we were not on the ROAS, getting banned, basically not diversifying. So we have learned to diversify, and also we suggest and teach our clients, hello John, to diversify. Alright, home please.
alright. So here are some more strategies if you want to really scale beyond that. Although guilty as charged, our main source has been Facebook and Instagram. But since I come from SEO background, we did test some mini sites. So if you have, let's say, a product which is specific to a niche, let's say a travel backpack. So you could also do microsites like besttravelbackpacks.com, try to rank them and drive some conversions. It will be much better than an affiliate site or taking commissions from Amazon if you run Amazon affiliate sites, right? One gentleman mentioned about influencer marketing. Yes, those greedy Indians are expensive as influencers, but you can find a handful of them who do well, right? Not everybody has the best reach or the best conversion. It could also be that the influencer has got a specific kind of audience in terms of pricing, right? So you might have real bad luck pushing a 2,000 rupee product which is like $30, but it might work very well for a $20 product or a $15 product. So it totally depends on many parameters. Also, we had a session on TikTok ads. We are now trying to experiment, but we are still new, so I'm not going to talk much about that. Also, I recently did a YouTube channel, and I found the potential is amazing, guys. Amazing. If you compare with Facebook, it's way cheaper than Facebook, right? And of course, Josh did a session on email marketing on the main stage. So email list is also your asset. Again, guilty as charged. Our email revenue is probably just 4 or 5%, but you can do a whole lot more than that, maybe 10%, upwards of 15 also, right? And the things that you do, if you do a new launch, you can also do a press release about it. And make sure that you even go and list it on Amazon. Even if you don't want to sell, what you should do is go on Amazon, put that product a little higher priced than your Shopify. So let's say you want to sell on Shopify for $30, go and list it on Amazon for 40. So people go, they Google, they see, oh, this is 40 and this guy is selling for 30. So they actually believe it's the sale. It's not the Black Friday sale that, you know, $500 slash $249, the real price is $248. That happens all the time, right? So this is what you can do, and this is a simple roadmap. Doing 8 figures or beyond, it looks, you're talking about only 777 orders a day. Do you think it's doable?
Not that difficult to do 777 orders in a country that has 1.4 billion people. And I need to give a shout out to Team Scalers here, because they were first beta testers, and when they were not even trying, they were doing 100,000 orders a day. So it is not that difficult, guys. Just doing the metro cities, that is Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, I don't know what else, but a few more cities. These cities will give you these many orders a day, and this is a clear roadmap for us and for you to reach those $1 million months. And
Alright, so this is it from our side. We'll open it to the
please follow me on
audience.
Instagram, guys. It's important. These are the social medias. If you have any questions, I try to answer all of them. But you could just go and meet up with me if you want.
Cool.
Now, yeah, any more questions? We have 5 more minutes for Q&A.
Yes, I have a question. If you ever use Facebook Messenger instead of a real call to confirm the order, have you ever tested a funnel based on order by Facebook Messenger?
Only order by Facebook Messenger?
Yes, and chat with the customer.
No, we never tried that. We never tried that.
Thanks for the suggestion, though. We think that might actually work. But it's just that, listen, like, my focus is not on selling myself. My focus is on empowering you to sell. What internal media buying that I do at my end is to figure out the nuances of the market so that I can translate that information to you so that you could sell better. So for us, the priority will always be providing a service that makes you sell your products better. If you want to sell, if you want to use influencer marketing or messenger marketing, we would test it for you, but your results would be better always.
I think he meant more in terms of the e-commerce though. Yeah, so it's since it is COD, all the messages which are coming, if they have a number, we of course call them. So it's like sale for us. We do that. But in terms of directly giving them to the checkout page, no, we haven't tried that.
All right. Anything else?
Very good. Who else has a question? We got a question over here in the front.
Right.
Of course, Alex is gonna ask the question. Tell me.
Do you guys provide sourcing options?
Well, you see, the thing is that from sourcing to the call center to last mile delivery, all of these are separate businesses, right? We provide all of it or a part of it. We cater to your needs. If you can source yourself for cheaper, go for it. If you can have your own call center, go for it. If you can do all of it together, go for it. I'll be happy for you. I, in fact, know a guy who happens to be from your country who's doing well. He had to move to India to do it. So if you don't want to move there and don't want to hassle, don't want all the hassle, we're there. But any single part of the business, we do provide or as a whole. So to answer the question, yes, we have a lot of sourcing partners, and if you think that our prices are cheaper, please go for it. But if you're getting it cheaper yourself, the world's your oyster.
Okay, what's important, I think, for the others also to know if they can source through you, since they're media buyers, and it can be an additional service.
Yes, so as I said, right from sourcing to delivery to call centers, we provide all of it or a part of it, depending on what you want or need.
what he means is like we are not focused on working as only sourcing engine, Alex.
All right.
Yes,
We have like 2 minutes.
Yeah, we have a question in the back there. Yeah.
Can somebody buy?
Yeah, hi. I'm actually planning on testing the cash on delivery in India.
Right.
Do you have a blog which will probably, like, when I can learn more about it?
We can send you a link to an explainer video to,
Yes, that would be
to
amazing.
understand.
Also, I'm the blog, so you can come and talk to me.
I will,
Okay,
I will.
Yes. Yeah, no, we try to provide as much material as possible to the clients. And I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. We should start a blog, man. Good. Okay.
Very good. You can also go to dots.co.in. There's a form. Just fill it out. We don't steal data, right?
Yeah, we'll give you. Sorry for that. We'll give you $100 worth of credit store, where we'll not charge you for the first 100 orders for any of the call centers or anything at all.
Not orders.
And yeah, $100. And you can test on your own and see if it is profitable. It's from me. If you're a Queen fan, I'll give you 150. Okay. So test it and see if it works for you, and then we'll work it out from there.
Any last ones?
Very good. We have time for one more question. Does anyone have a question? What's that?
That guy over there?
Okay, I got a question over here.
Yes.
Over
That's
here.
the last one, guys.
Very good. Thank you.
Do you guys translate all of your landers and pages into Hindi, or do you keep it in English?
No, the beauty is you don't need to translate, you know. So we did test translating in Hindi, Marathi, Bengali, a lot of languages, but it made no difference. So we observed that, yeah, the beauty of Indian market is that all of these people who can spend more than $30, they understand English fairly well. So, as a matter of fact, I was telling you, don't do that because they will feel that you are running a regional store. They don't want that. They want to buy stuff from outside. So please don't do that.
All right. Very good. Well, awesome. Is there any other questions? Very, very good. Let's go ahead and give it up for Pre-Tech and
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Come to me with Queen Bombs, please. Thanks, man.